The car was found backed into the side of an abandoned farmhouse, its rear end piercing through the wall, but Brianna Maitland was nowhere to be seen. On the evening of March 19, 2004, Brianna, a 17-year-old high school junior from Montgomery, Vermont, clocked out of her shift at the Black Lantern Inn. It was a small, quiet restaurant where Brianna had recently started working. Her shift ended around 11:20 p.m., and she left alone to drive home. Brianna had a lot on her mind that night. She was living with a friend temporarily after leaving her parents' house a few weeks earlier. It was a spur-of-the-moment decision. She reportedly wanted more independence than her rural lifestyle allowed. She had also recently returned to high school to earn her diploma after briefly dropping out. People close to her noted that she seemed stressed in the days leading up to her disappearance, though it was unclear what, exactly, was troubling her. After leaving work, Brianna climbed into her car, a pale green 1985 Oldsmobile sedan. Her coworkers later said there was nothing unusual about her behavior as she departed. She told them she was heading home to relax, a short drive she'd made many times before. But Brianna never made it back to her friend's house that night. The next afternoon, her Oldsmobile was discovered in an unusual and chilling scene. It was parked on a desolate stretch of Route 118, about a mile from the Black Lantern Inn. The car's rear bumper was lodged into the side of an abandoned building known as the Old Dutchburn Farmhouse. The scene raised immediate questions. One of Brianna's coworkers had driven past the site earlier in the morning and had assumed the crash was some sort of accident, though no one was around. A state trooper later investigated after someone reported the car, but he found no obvious signs of foul play. The car was locked, Brianna's driver's license and paychecks were still inside, but there was no sign of the teenager. The way the car was positioned sparked speculation that the crash may have been staged. The Oldsmobile appeared to have reversed into the building intentionally, not the result of a skidding accident or poor visibility. Two loose pieces of plywood from the building rested on the car's trunk, placed there as if to add to the illusion. Police initially assumed Brianna had left of her own accord, possibly hitchhiking or catching a ride after the incident. But her family grew uneasy when days passed without contact. Brianna's mother, Kelly Maitland, couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong when she saw the scene firsthand. She recalled that Brianna's belongings, her contact lenses, her purse, even her medication, were still at her friend's house. It didn't make sense that she'd vanish without them. The case was officially upgraded to a missing persons investigation a week after Brianna disappeared. But that lost time allowed crucial leads to grow cold. Investigators considered several possibilities. The first theory revolved around foul play. In the days after Brianna went missing, several people noticed disturbing details near the crash site. Footprints were found leading away from the car toward a wooded area. There was speculation that Brianna may have been abducted or harmed in the immediate aftermath of the staged crash. Another theory pointed to drug activity in the area. Though Brianna wasn't known to be heavily involved with drugs, she had connections to people in the local party scene. A nearby farmhouse was rumored to host illegal drug activity, and some suspected Brianna may have encountered trouble with dangerous individuals. Over time, various people came forward with information. Some claimed to have witnessed a physical altercation involving Brianna earlier on the night of her disappearance. Others mentioned cryptic rumors circulating in the community. Friends and acquaintances provided fragmented pieces of the puzzle, but nothing that cohesively explained what happened to her. One man reportedly told police Brianna owed money to someone, though there was no evidence to back this claim. Another tip suggested Brianna was being held against her will somewhere, but searches across the region yielded no results. Then there was the farmhouse itself, a haunting landmark in the case. The Old Dutchburn farmhouse was abandoned and in disrepair, a magnet for trespassers and mischief. Strangely, the building burned to the ground in 2016, though authorities determined the fire was not related to Brianna's case. By then, it had already endured extensive forensic examination. Over the years, investigators chased numerous leads but struggled against a lack of evidence. Searches of local forests and rivers turned up nothing. Tips about nearby crime activity often led to dead ends. Even DNA evidence obtained from the car failed to provide any definitive answers. The most chilling part of Brianna's disappearance is how abruptly her trail disappears. She had no known enemies. No history of running away. Her social circle, while tenuous, didn't include anyone obviously dangerous. Yet, within minutes of finishing her shift at the inn, she seemed to vanish into thin air. Her parents have never stopped searching. Kelly Maitland took to the media repeatedly, pleading for anyone with information to come forward. Her father, Bruce Maitland, founded a non-profit organization to assist other families navigating missing person cases. Their lives were permanently altered, but they have not given up. In 2019, there was a brief flicker of hope when DNA evidence linked to Brianna's case was submitted to a national database. Investigators have not publicly revealed whether this has led to new suspects or any breakthroughs. As of today, Brianna Maitland's disappearance remains unsolved. Her missing person case, along with that of another Vermont teenager, Maura Murray, is a stark reminder of how quickly someone can vanish. 17-year-olds don't just disappear without a trace. And yet Brianna Maitland did.